chop game. Market makers playing that chop game. Traders getting wrecked, don't trade it the same. Long it, pull back, short it, moon quick. Market makers in the back, left. Confirm, breakout. No, now it's reversing. Market makers bait the highs and slice the lows. Paint the picture, then it folds. Fake bull flags, fake bear traps, jumping in late. That bag collapsed. Whipsaw move, straight disrespectful. No trend, just chop. Feeling regretful. Market makers see it stop like X-ray vision. Liquidity hunting, that's their mission. Retail trying to snipe the top. Market makers cooking, it's getting hot. Revenge trading will break your soul. Fear, greed, envy, you lose control. Jealousy, anger, revenge gets fed. You revenge trade, now in the red.
Don't feel like you have to be in a trade. Don't give up, I know it's hard. Royal flush soon, like playing cards. Markets change, can't trade it the same. Long the uptrend, short the flare.
It's that range game, fake out chains. Market makers profit, traders feel the pain. Candle art ain't what it seems. Chop is a weapon, killing dreams. Chasing that breakout too late, my friend. Market makers denying the sin. Retail trap, caught in that zone. That traders be holding bags, asking for a loan. FOMO hits, traders load that size. Price retraces, no allergies, but watery eyes. Market makers sell the dream by the dip, then the dip keeps dipping. It's a sucker script, adapt to die. That's the motto, no edge in chop, just highs then hollow. Top down scan, zoom out the view. Avoid the noise, wait for the cue.
Don't give up, I know it's hard. Royal flush soon, like playing cards. Markets change, can't trade it the same. Long the uptrend, short the flare.
Feeling fear, feeling greed, angry, mad, want that speed, fast, jealous, why? Trader flex, revenge got you wrecked, now you second guess.
You gotta breathe and follow the plan. You'll win again if you understand. Don't give up, hold your ground. Set alert for the trend, wait for the sound.
Whipsaw move, straight disrespectful, no trend, just chop. Feeling regretful, market makers see you stop like X-ray vision. Liquidity hunting, that's their mission. Catch the move, not the hype parade. Stay in the game, that's how legends are made. Market makers playing that chop game. Set a stop loss on every trade. Trade with the trend. Or get trapped again.
That's right, guys. We got to trade with the trend. We got to trade with the trend. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Bingo bango. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It's always time. That's right. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the complicated terms, pattern memorization. That stuff's boring. It is to me. It's boring. Who wants to, man, all the acronyms and just make it, why make it difficult? More difficult. So what we do here is we make trading a little less stressful. We make trading a little less complicated. That's what we do here. Thank you for everybody being here. Thanks for smashing the like. You guys are the absolute best. So here we go. Let's go look at the crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles on the hourly time frame. Mix match. We got some that are down. We got some that are up. We got some that are more down than others. Let's go to the daily time frame. Ooh, on the daily pump. Good Lord. Man, pump is down a whole bunch. Should we short it? It might be too late. We always, what we want to do is we want to wait for that retest. Retest is where it's at. It really is. We like buying the breakout of a retest. We don't like buying just the breakout. So that's one thing that we do here. So happy y'all guys are here. Thank you so much for being here. Let us look at the liquidations heat map. So from over here, Let's go ahead and refresh this bad boy. We're looking at the 24-hour time frame just to kind of see where we're at. Well, we came down, took all this liquidity down here. Look how close we got. And this is why I am always preaching about liquidity. Look how close. We were right there to get 37.31 million if we just went just up a little bit more. And then just a little bit above that, we're looking at 44.34 million. However, did we get it? Nope. And here's another really nice hotspot. We tapped almost the hotspot and we started coming down. This is what wrecks a lot of traders because they'll see this and only trade this. Oh, liquidity, there's a lot up top. We're going to get all this liquidity up here and up here, but there's always liquidity to the downside. There's liquidity up, as we're moving down, we're creating liquidity. As we're moving up, we're creating liquidity. So in order for us to come up here, we had a really great chance, because we're breaking this level. There's a really high chance that we will get this. However, it doesn't mean that we absolutely have to. Just a higher probability that we will or might. So let me correct that. I don't like saying will. So we might get this. Very high chance that we almost did. Then we're coming down. Well, we cannot get this for sure unless we start breaking these levels to the downside. And that's what we started doing. Started getting these levels to the downside. Let us look at the 12-hour time frame. 12-hour, what do we got here? Hey, we got Edgar in the house. What's up, Edgar? Appreciate you, man, being here. We got Steve in the house. What's up, Steve? Dylan, my man. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you, man. CCM, what? CCM is in the house. What's up, Keith? Appreciate you, man, for being here. If you have not checked out Keith's videos, definitely recommend it. Of course, he has it's kind of like a senior citizen series, but for me, I look at it more of a newbie series. And everybody needs to watch that. And if nothing else, more of a refresher than anything else. So definitely check that out. Smash a like, leave a comment. I need to catch up on those videos myself. Duality C in the house. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. We got the bingos and the bangos. I love it. All right, 12-hour time frame. Man, look at that. So close. Oh my gosh, we could literally taste it. And then coming down. How's the audio today, guys? I was messing with the audio for about 20-30 minutes, and yesterday I thought it was much better than the day before as far as the echo goes, and then today I think it's better still, but let me know what y'all think. Let me know. Yes. All right, so right now we are tapping down here for this liquidity. We tapped it, we started coming up. It's not looking strong though, and we're gonna look at that in just a moment. I believe that's all we have for that. Let's go and look at Bitcoin. Now, if you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. I do have my notepad here and we will write those down. We'll let you know what I think as far as the coins go. Now, this morning, oh man, Bitcoin it's not looking strong. Not looking strong. We've been talking about this zone for quite a while. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit. Well, let's zoom out, period. So let's zoom out and let's just look at what we have. So right now we're in this zone. This is our tipple, our trade intuition power lines. Whoa. Joe, do you have something to sell? Sure, why not? So funny. All these people who make all these made up names to sell something. So let me jump on the bandwagon. This is our tipple, our trade intuition power lines. And as long as we're in here, we're bullish. Once we break below, we start to get bearish. However, we do need a break of a low, and we're going to go over that in just a moment, in order to be more confident in the bearish setup. And we can see here, price did come down. Let's go to a 4-hour. You can see that we did come down. We did have a bearish retest, which was great. We had the break of this. For me, this is signifying, okay, let's go short. Came down, came back up into the power lines. Now this automatically, So what we have to do, we have to always think that it can always reverse on us at any point. And nothing is set 100%, whether you have your value area highs, your value area lows, your point of control, your 200 SMA, your just anything that you use. Like the price action is king. It can change whenever it wants, and it often does. So once it goes back into the pattern, this was one of my biggest downfalls, is sticking to, oh, it's going to be bearish, because it broke below and came back in. Oh, it's going to come down. And I would have that bias to where it's going to do something. I learn now that it can do whatever it wants. So here, once it breaks above and re-enters this zone, it's like, okay, all bets are off as far as the shorts. Now let's start doing longs. And we actually did. We started doing longs here. Price went up, came down, did not hit our stop losses, and then continued going up. We did really well on our longs. And then, of course, got stopped out in profit, or, taking our profits. Now, with that being said, we're underneath again. Now, I've been mentioning this for a few days now, to where we might, I don't know, but we might break, if we break below this, then hopefully what we're doing is continuing this kind of like a pattern. We have a low, higher low, potentially a higher low, and for us to get back into this area. See, CCM says, audio is great, no echo. Very nice. Oh man, I've been working pretty hard on this dumb echoing thing. So good to hear. Good to hear. At least it is getting better. So good. And that makes me feel, man, I'm like, oh man, the echo. But that first day when I was in here, the walls were bare, and I was, even with the settings and the audio, it's like, nope. So did a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. So we do have our lower highs, and right here I made another video for my VIP group. I'm always making videos when it's really needed. Here we were looking at the benefit of being in the group is you get these updates right away, as opposed to waiting for the next live stream. After this live stream, we might have another update that I give the group, but y'all won't know about it until the next day. If you're a YouTube member, well, then you might get that information as well. It just depends. Sometimes I give it to the YouTube members, sometimes I don't, just to be fair to the VIP group. All right. Let's see here. Albert in the house. What's up, Albert? Appreciate you, man, being here. Appreciate you. All right, so we're looking at this. Price was here. I notified the group. All right, we tried bouncing. We tried bouncing here. We came up. We got rejected off of the value area low, and it started rolling over. Once it broke this level, it's like, oh crap. More than likely, it's going to come down and break this. More than likely. Now, when price was here, I'm thinking, okay, we might get one more bounce before we potentially break. Now, granted, I want y'all to notice something. I did not think that here we were going to come up. Notice that I didn't draw something like this where it comes down, it comes up, it comes down, and it does this number. Notice I didn't draw this, because at this moment that I'm seeing more of this price action, I'm seeing it, man, it's looking really dumpy. It's looking really weak. There's a really good chance we're going to come down. Even if we do bounce, there's a really 88% chance, in my opinion, I just threw that number out of the air, that it might come down and break our zone. This level is so important. It's so crucial, this level. And sure enough, boom, just broke through it. And right now it's trying. I've been watching this. And that's what I do. I'm just watching these coins, especially Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is running the show. And you'll notice this too. And I mentioned this multiple times for several weeks. Bitcoin goes up, alts go up. And sometimes they go up more than Bitcoin because their market cap is lower. Then Bitcoin comes down. Well, then the alts come down. Bitcoin goes up, alts go up. Bitcoin comes down, alts come down. Bitcoin goes up, alts go up. Bitcoin goes down a little bit, alts come down. So regardless, even though we're making good 18, 20% sometimes on these alts, when they come down, man, they come down. And usually we're getting stopped out, hopefully in profit. But like the one to trade, in my opinion, right now, Bitcoin with some leverage. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to start doing that for my group. It's, just trading Bitcoin with leverage. because the coins that we have been doing for the alts, the regular alts, I'm sure they do okay, but man, when we have a small pullback or just a pullback in general, these alts are getting wrecked, and we can actually see it. Let's go to, where is it? I have so many. Oh, right here. All right, we can actually see it right here. So here we have Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin dominance. Here's total 3. Total 3 is everything except for Bitcoin and ETH. And I'm watching these zones. I'm watching these levels. And like I said, Bitcoin starts coming down. Bitcoin starts coming down right here. And the dominance starts coming up. Why? Because the alts are taking a hit. And the alts are coming down pretty hard. Then Bitcoin starts coming up. Alts start coming up a little bit. And then, Bitcoin starts rolling over. Alts roll over. So right now, like the alts, they are truly following Bitcoin. However, because of the lower market caps than Bitcoin, when Bitcoin retraces 1%, these coins are retracing 6, 7 at least. And here's the little pro tip. It's kind of like a 3-to-1. It's okay if Bitcoin goes down 1% and the alts go down 3%, maybe even 5%. It's okay. But when Bitcoin goes down 1% and you start seeing these coins, and this is not set in stone, but you see Bitcoin go down 1% and then the alts are going down 5, 7, 9% on a 1% pullback, it's not healthy to be trading the alts, in my opinion. Could you make money? Are you making money? Sure, of course. This is if you know how to trade and you're able to scalp these trades. And then, just maybe even just hold them for an extended period of time. Hopefully Bitcoin is going the way that you want it to pull the alts the way you want it. All right, moving on. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you're here. Put a 1 in the chat. Right now for Bitcoin, as I mentioned, not looking strong. If you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. We're going to go over some that I'm looking at. But right now, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I still have my alert right here set for shorts. We're not doing shorts right now, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Now, if we come down, pretty aggressively, am I going to enter shorts? Nope. Why? Because more than likely we're going to have a pullback. So these are the rules for crypto and alts and stocks. What goes up will go down. This is the only time I use definite words to where it will happen for sure, 100%. When price goes up, it will go down. I got a lot of shadows. I can do little puppets. Joe, you're not professional. I can't do it. Can't do it. Anyway, when price goes up, it's going to come down. It has to. I have never seen a coin only go up. When price goes down, it will go up, unless it's a rug pull. And you might say, oh, well, that's because there was divergence or there was a bounce of the 200 SMA or whatever you want to say. That's fine with me. And just know that what goes up will come down. What goes down will come up. It's just a matter of when. What goes up will come down. And I just find it so funny where, like right here, price was going up. Did I think it was going to come down? Sure, of course. Did I think it was going to break this high? Definitely not. Why? What goes up will come down. And then hopefully it'll continue going up, breaking the highs, breaking the lows, if it's going to the downside. But that's that's the only time you will ever hear me speak in definite terms is what price will do. And it has to. All right, moving on. Hey, we got Road Dog in the house. Road Dog says this cycle has largely sucked for altcoins, in my opinion. I am right there with you, man. I was supposed to be very, very, I wouldn't say wealthy, but more financially free, independent, whatever you want to say it. I was supposed to be that right now. Versus, me looking at this like, oh man, come on, like alts, please. Like, but the alts So what's killing the cycle, in my opinion, from last cycle? The meme coins for sure. Meme coins, that's where all the money's going. So when the market does get better, I guarantee it, these meme coins, I mean, there's so many of them, they're going to outperform, in my opinion, coins like RWAs, coins like Oracles, coins like AIs. So like all these AI agents, they're pretty much like meme coins. They are, in my opinion, going to outperform the Links and the Ondos and just all these other coins, because that's where the new money is going. So what are we going to do? And we've discussed this in the VIP group sometimes, a few times already, where yes, we will be trading these meme coins, but we're also going to have, some RWAs. We're going to do some legit coins to where this is safer versus more aggressive type trading, but we're going to be making money either way, going up and down. But yeah, I'm right there with you, Road Dog, man. It's Bitcoin has hogged the spotlight all cycle, hands down. And you can just go on the weekly. And man, last year, good Lord, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Last year, right around this area, everything's going great, awesome. We're doing amazing, all-time high, et cetera, et cetera. Price coming down. And all throughout this, I'm buying alts. Usually the beginning of the month or the beginning of the year, I was buying a lot of alts and holding them. And even though Bitcoin has done tremendous, I'm still down on my alts. Man, like, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I would have only put that money, 80% of it, into Bitcoin, man, I would have been a happy camper. But I was trying to make money fast, trying to get these 10, 20, 50x coins. But the market, we didn't know it at this time, changed or was in the process of changing to where, were some coins making us a crap load of money? Heck yeah, man. Whew, man. 80% in 1 or 2 days, over 400% if we held it for a few days. I mean, it was making us crazy money. But then, we keep on trying to ride that horse. And what happens? Well, it went to the factory, turned into Elmer's glue, and yeah. While Bitcoin, on the other hand, yes, having pullbacks coming up. Let's see here. I'm going on the list. Let's see here. CCM says, I'm looking to DCA again tomorrow on Dash if you have time. Yeah, definitely. If y'all have any coins, let me know. So let's do Dash. And Joel, man, was it yesterday? Monday? Man, dude's really smart. Really smart. So if y'all didn't watch yesterday's show on Crypto Coin Mindset, it was the morning show. Definitely watch it. Oh my gosh. Dude spit out a lot of info. A lot of really great info. Edgar says, pure alpha. Thank you, Joe. Oh, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I finally got tired of certain things. And it's like, you have to kind of see. And the biggest part of this is admitting, hey, I was wrong, and it's even more difficult as a content creator because it's not just myself that I have to admit that to. It's all these people who are watching this, whether it's live or on the replay. Man, I thought, here we go. Like we're all-time high. It's different. Everything's different now. Maybe this is the lowest part we're going to see, and we're just going to run up. Well, for Bitcoin, it did. The alts, it's too saturated. So, in my opinion, if there's a handful that you like, try not to think of the, I'm going to be a millionaire, put, 5-10 grand into a coin and be like, okay, this is it. No, you need to maybe pick 3 coins, 5 coins, even though it's easy to say and hard to do. I initially tried to do that here, I wanted no more than, I think it was like 7. I ended up having, I think it was like 20, which was good. Because last time I had like a lot. I don't even want to tell you the number. And then, I kind of dwindled it down a little bit. I think right now I have, even though I'm still holding them, and I don't even look at the price. I don't look at the price. I want to say that I'm still down 70, 80%. I don't even know. I don't look at it. I put it into my, what wallet do I have? The Tangent wallet. I got that. I put them all in there. Haven't looked at it. I know the amount of money should be way more than what it's at, but I'm not looking at each individual coin. Nope, not doing it. Let's see here. So we will look at Dash. Very nice. Let's see here. Going down the list really quick. Going down the list. Dash used to be the top 3 market cap coin, 2 cycles. Nice. My alt portfolio has yet to recover from the value it had in 2024 when Bitcoin dropped. Yep. Even with total 3 near all-time high, still not back yet. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like Bitcoin, like I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, but I tell you what though, I'm starting to be. I am starting to be. We got Steve in the house. What's up, Steve? Appreciate you, man, being here. I'm not sure if I said hi, Steve, yet or not. But now I do want to point something out. Let's hide all this. I made a video, again, for the VIP group. And I would just, because there's, on the weekly, we do have an SFP. What's that? Swing failure pattern. What's that? It's a wick. That's all it is. It's a wick. And basically, I'm not going to go through the whole video, but basically it's the very, very top. You bring it over, and if it's a wick, at your pivot points, your extreme pivots, high or low, this is saying that there's selling pressure. That's all it's saying. Everybody makes it out to be something else, but it's just selling pressure, and we didn't close above it. So that's showing weakness. Could it go up? Sure, of course. But we have a higher likelihood that it might go down because of the wick, selling pressure. And if it does come down, here is our support right at 100. Right at 100. Here would be a really nice area for it to pull back to, which is 89. And then hopefully it does not break below this 78.5, because this is, if you do market structure, this is a key level. This right here is a key level. So we have this key level and this key level. We do not want it breaking below 78.5. We break below 78.5, we can come all the way down here, 55. And I don't think it'll go lower than 55, but I tell you what, though, if it does go 55, I know there's going to be a lot of people waiting to buy right here. A lot of people. Now, one thing I want to point out, you see how we're having a difficult time? I will share this. I shared this with the VIP. You see how we're having a difficult time breaking above 119? Or we can just call it 119.6. We're having a really hard time. Now, we'll break above it, but we don't close above it. Now, with that and the wick selling pressure, this is saying, oh, well, we could come down maybe to even here, 103, maybe 100, maybe even 98, somewhere in here. This is a really strong level because we have the wick and 2 candle body closes at 100.8. Now, could we come all the way down here? Sure. However, I thought the same thing right over here. December 2023. Look at this. I don't know why my computer's going slow, but look at this. We had a difficult time crossing above 43.9. Very difficult time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months before we broke. 9 weeks before we broke above it. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're on 7 already. So when the price was here, I was thinking, oh, well, we're having a hard time breaking above this. More than likely, this is our top for the moment. We could pull back because of all this liquidity. Here's for all you liquidity traders out there, and all you liquidity traders that we're looking at this and this, especially this right here. And this made sense. At this moment, it made sense. We're having a hard time breaking above it. You could say, depending on what time frame you're looking at, this could look like a double top where it comes up, came down, came up, came down. But this is why I trade level by level. We need to break this level, close underneath this level for us to possibly start coming down to here, maybe even to here. This would have been great. However, since we broke above this level and we closed, this is what I teach. I'm not saying this because I see it. I'm saying this because this is what I teach every single day. We close above it, we enter. Could it have come down? Sure. Could it have come down here and did a zone and come down? Sure. Anything can happen. But I'll tell you what, price cannot go up here unless it breaks this level. Price cannot go down here or here or here unless it breaks this level and closes underneath it. This is why I trade level by level, and it literally is as easy as this. Now, I take that back. It's not as easy. It's less difficult. But Joe, what about the MACD and the 200 SMA and blah, blah, blah? All that's fine and dandy. But I'll tell you what, it cannot bounce off of the 200 SMA if it does not break this level to come down. So that's what I'm saying. Now, there are a lot of indicators that I do need to start using again. I love watching Road Dogg because he has the MACD. Do I have the MACD on this? Yes. He has the MACD with the lines. Now, for the lines, use the MACD and the signal. And it's good on the weekly or larger time frames, weekly, monthly. So whenever we have these crosses, let's do it right here. I'm going to Alt V. And we're going to do Alt V, and we're going to do Alt V, and we're going to do Alt V. I should have done this a different way, but so this one, we'll do it in red. And then, so the cross underneath, we're going to do it in red. So the cross above, we'll do it in yellow, so I don't need to change it. Cross underneath, we'll do it in red. Cross above. So whenever the blue crosses above the orange, this is a signal to buy. Now, granted, use this with other methods of trading, but we're just going to show you a very, very simple way, because this could cross like right here, came down, up, down. You could have this, up, down, up, down, up, down, until it decides which way it's going to go. Same thing with trading off of the 200 SMA on the daily. There's a lot of different methods to do. So let me double click in here and let's just see. Here was a buy signal on the MACD. And again, Road Dogg, he shows all this. I don't use this, but this is why I love watching other traders, is because there's stuff that's like, oh man, I haven't used that in forever. I'm gonna start using that, or at least looking at it. But here was our buy. And then the way we trade is we would have bought once it broke this level. So now we have two things that agree with each other. It's called confluence. We enter the trade. Then we have a sell signal on the MACD, the signal lines. However, I'm not selling yet. I'm waiting for a pivot. Here's our pivot. Once it breaks below this level, then I'll sell. So I'll put my stop loss. I'll put my stop loss about here. Price comes up, and then it rolls over. Boom. Okay. Now, it could have gone up, and then we could have had a buy signal on the MACD lines. So this is why I'm waiting for this. And then now we have another buy signal. So on this buy signal, I would have had to wait for this, because this level is really close to this level, really close to this level. I don't think I would have, tried to front run it. I just wait for this level. So sure enough, it comes up here. It's saying to buy. I don't. I wait for the candle close on this one up here. And then sure, I'll buy here with an expectation of it maybe pulling back. Again, I don't. So what I do is I'm looking in the moment of this trade. I know it went up, but I'm about to give you an example of what I would have done here. I would have entered the trade. I would have expected a pullback to about here, and then hopefully it comes up, because I'm looking at this little zone right here. So I'm expecting it to pull back. So I put half entry here. And not only that, but we have these trend lines. So this is a great area for it to get rejected, for it to come down. And then as it's coming up, I could add to my entry here. And hopefully it doesn't come back into this, we can call it I'll call it a falling wedge, even though I broke to that. And I don't want it breaking back into this, but if it does break back into this, well, then hopefully I can enter here. However, we had a sell signal, but that's up here. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and delete all this so that okay. Then here, we have a sell signal. But for me, I'm not selling unless we break this low. And probably underneath this zone. So I would have to put it, so originally, my stop loss would be here. No, it'd be under this wick. And then sure enough, I get stopped out here. So again, this is how you could use all this with Confluence. Here, we broke above this. Here, I would have entered the trade because we broke above this. Then the MACD is saying enter the trade. So now it's, oh, good. You know, I'm just glad it didn't do another red one. So here, this is agreeing with my thought process. Okay, awesome. Now we're here. What is the MACD saying? It's saying you might want to, you know, it's getting close to that sell signal. Getting really close to that sell signal. And it might give it to us too. It'll give it to us if we continue coming down. Then it'll give us that sell signal. So there you go. But yeah, so Road Dog, definitely check him out. He goes live about 10, sometimes 10:30, sometimes earlier. Make sure to have the notification bell on because sometimes he goes live different times. Love Wata. Wata is good. Let's see here. Edgar says, yeah, the sooner you let go of the moon boy mentality, the better you'll become. Yeah. And that's so true. That is so true. The first cycle that I had, oh my gosh. The first cycle, it was so great. You didn't even need to learn how to trade. You did not need to learn how to trade. You could buy a coin, hold it for 8 months, and you just 10 extra money. Oh, I loved it. And then if you knew how to trade, well, then it's even better. Now, man, you could be a great trader, and you're making mistakes because of just, you know, we're not in Bitcoin. And yes, we can make money on all these other coins, but yeah. Let's see here. Steve says, trade intuition. Let's see. Am I your favorite? Yes. Steve, you're my favorite. You are my favorite. Make sure to smash the like. Everybody smash the like. And you will become my favorite too. Take profits. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Taking profits. My buddy, he does really well, but he doesn't take profits. He's up 85%. And he shows me screenshots and everything. I was like, dude, like, how much did you take? Oh, no, nothing yet. Like, I'm expecting this one to go like 400 or 500%. You know, last time it pumped, it went up 800%. You didn't take anything? Like, no. And sure enough, like later on that evening or the next day, like, yeah, it came down. I made 2% on it. I was like, oh, that's good, man. Because I'm literally tired of telling him to always take it. Like, every time he shows me great trades, like, dude, did you take profit? No, not yet. It's like, all right. CCM says, I appreciate the thought process. Thank you, brother. See here, that big red line on weekly bias still acting as support. Big red line. Your trend line gives me comfort. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so these trend lines, this is from the first and the second cycle highs. So I have wick to wick, body to body. So that gives me this zone. And then I have wick to wick, body to body. That gives me this blue zone. And then I have wick to wick, wick to wick, wick to, I think I have it here. Yeah, right there. So these two. And now I have the magnet tool on when I'm doing this so that there's no bias. Where it snaps, it snaps. And that's what giving me these tipples. Now, granted, these are not spider lines. These are not bloodlines. These are not whatever. These are called tipples. What's a tipple? Trade intuition power lines. Now, the reason I'm saying that they're power lines is so that I can sell you a boot camp. Just got to make one to sell it to you. No, it's just pretty much to let you know that, people just make up names so they can sell you something. But this is the tipple right here. We're breaking below it. And that's not, there's a really high chance. Man, look at that. We're so close to getting this. Now, if we do get the alert, we're not shorting. We're waiting for that retest. We want to see where it goes. And when we do get this retest, we want to see. Now, could you be shorting now? Sure, of course. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I just like to play it safer. Let's see here. K Diggity in the house. What's up, K Diggity? Appreciate you, man, being here. All right. But yeah, so that's pretty much my Bitcoin analysis. Not looking strong. Not looking strong at all. Bitcoin, just make us money already, man. And yes, we're making money. So here's the thing too. So this is Sui. Now, Sui, I actually, watch out for these. Sui was available on Robinhood a few hours ago. And I believe it was here? We're on that 1 hour time frame. No, because it didn't pump. It was somewhere here. But Sui got listed on Robinhood. But right now, and of course, I notified my group. I'm always notifying my group on stuff that's important. And did we have a run up? Nope, sure didn't. Right now is not the time for these run ups. Whenever we have these notifications. Now here, see here, I want to show you all something. I actually have a group that has this as one of our groups that we have. Of course, we have the setup group, we have the chat, we have Bitcoin, we have people where they can chart and post their charts for other traders to take. And then I have this one too. Trade Intuition new coin listing. Now, I'm not posting in here. I was posting when the market was much better because we could get some nice gains really quick from these coin listings. And again, I'm in these charts, guys. I'm in these charts. I'm in for the news. I'm all over the place. And that way I can make the group money. So by joining the group, you literally leveraging your time. However, when I saw this, and I actually saw this before it was posted, I saw this, and as far as Sui being listed, and I'm watching it. It's not moving. None of the coins are moving. And it's because, well, guess what? Bitcoin runs the show. So there's no need for me to post it so that my members can maybe try to front run it or because it's not the time. When the time comes, believe me, I will be this, Bonk got listed here and Turbo got listed here and, Sui and SEI and whatever got listed on this exchange, and let's make some money. An easy 12, well, I won't say easy. Hopefully a fast 12, 18%, maybe even more. But right now it's not the time. All right, moving on. Let's see here. K Diggity says it's hard to bitch about 110 Bitcoin. Gotta be honest. Yeah, it is. It really is. Because heck, man, we just went over the weekly, and I feel so, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all down here. Let's just say $100 a month, just $100 a month, $25 a week, $25 a week. And let's say we stopped here for whatever reason. here, let's say we put in $100. You're up almost 400%. Let's say here you put in $100. Only you're up 250%. Oh man. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Too busy partying, too busy having fun, too busy paying for people's stuff. And all this time this is when I was pretty much guaranteed I was going to be a millionaire. This wasn't during that time. This was during that time. So it was like, I'm going to make money anyway. I'm going to be a millionaire anyway. Let me just bless all these people. And then right about, I think it was here, where I told my boss, see ya. You can't threaten me. And then all this time, surviving. Boop. That's what it is. Survival. All right. Let's see here. I'm watching the 88.6 fib level at 113.5 area for possible support. Losing that for me is a signal to de-risk. Yeah, for me, mine is, for us to come down, bounce maybe off of 112.9, which is 113, really close to your level. Come up and then get a bearish retest, possibly here or just a lower high, then break the new pivot that we just did. Okay, now my target is this next range, which is about 101.8 to about 96.3-ish area. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that it's going to go down here. That just means that's where my target's at. It could come down here to this zone, 108, and bounce. Or maybe even here, 105.7 and bounce. Or to this beautiful area right here, 102.4 and then bounce. It could do anything. But if it does start, doing lower highs and lower lows, or rather continues, then this is where I'm looking at it. But this would be a really nice area. Let's go ahead and draw that in. Let's go. Let me zoom in. I actually want to do a lower area. I want to do an area right here. This is a pretty big area. I don't like doing big areas. Big areas are for rookies. So I'm going to do mine like this. Just plain. Oh, man. I'll do two. I'll cheat. I'll do two. So here, we'll do a bounce. Oh, I see a lot of people doing this anyway. They'll have like all these areas. I see people do that. And here. It's a big area too. I don't like it, but we'll see. Yeah, I see a lot of people doing like a lot of different areas. Do LAC, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. See, KD says, one of my old roommates back when I was 21 bought 3 Bitcoin for $5 each. I told him I don't want any. Last time I checked, he's still holding. Holy smokes. Wow. Wow. When I first heard about Bitcoin, I think it had just been, it had to have been, I think it just got released. This is, man, to think about that. My buddy, I've told this story before. My buddy, he was in computers. He was real big into computers. And I was real young, of course, at that time. And he told me about Bitcoin. But at this time, I was really into the Bible. Like so into the Bible that people were telling me that I should open up my own church. I thought about it too. shoot, man, I'd be richer than all these Bitcoin holders, that's for sure. People who have churches, man, they are rich. But anyway, and they told me about it. I said, oh no, one currency for blah, blah, that's end times talk, blah, blah, blah. I was against it. Fast forward like 8-10 years, then I'm working as a cashier and I heard somebody mention about Bitcoin. I was like, yeah, I heard about Bitcoin. And a long time ago, this and that, blah, blah. And fast forward like another 6 years or so, then, I hear about XRP and then I start getting into it. And then I'm pretty sure if I would have known about money and how money, the fiat is literally set up to implode, then I would have looked more into Bitcoin. But I didn't. Would have, should have, would have. Let's see here. You should have, Joe, but don't run a church to get rich. LOL. Oh yeah, people do, man. I tell you what, shoot, if I wanted to get rich, I go open up a church right now. Yeah. Granted, when my time comes, I'm gonna have to meet my maker, and it's like, okay, well, you confessed and you accepted me, blah blah. But you still did bad, and you were profiting off of my name. So for that reason, you're fired. No. And then I literally go where there's fire. No thanks. I would rather be humbled, which I am now, and grateful for what I have. So I'll take that. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Man, just imagine. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Joe, you haven't even started yet. I know. If poor CCM is like, Joe, just get on with Dash, man. That's the only coin you got. That's your one job is Dash. Your one job. You can't even do your one job. CCM, I love you. But, no, I'm not saying but. In addition to that, have you ever, I used to hate that when like your boss would be talking to you. Yeah, you're doing really great. You're a hard worker, but, oh, really? Don't say all that stuff. And then, but, say in addition to that, I would also like to talk about this. So we'll do that. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. If you could go back in time, only like one for maybe 1 minute. Here's the thing though, like everything would change. Like if I could go back in time and CCM, you have one job, hashtag one job, hashtag one job. But if you can go back in time, whether it's to find the love of your life, before she became a, I'm not going to say it, but, or maybe like an investment, like, I don't know, like a basketball card or a baseball card or, somebody who found like a gem or something, but it would change your whole future. And then you wouldn't have the kids that you had, or, maybe you wouldn't have met somebody, just everything would change. I think about that sometimes, like, man, if I would have only like put money in, like, and I didn't have money at that time. I was young, buying a house and everything, but $20, $50, whatever it could be, into Bitcoin and just holding it or mining Bitcoin. Oh man, like my life would be so different. I mean, I'd be eating steaks for breakfast. I'd have a ranch and be like, I want that steak that's walking right there. I want that steak today. But yeah, one job. I love you guys. All right, let's see here. So we went over that. Let's go over this really quick. So for M&T Mantle, we went over this a few days ago. We were saying the price was here. I was thinking the price might come down. I don't know what's going to happen. Price might come down to about here. And if it does, this is going to be maybe our decision point. Our decision point was a little higher to whether it comes down or continues up. If it breaks above this level, then we can enter. Now, it did break above the level. Sure, could we enter? Yeah, definitely. Thought process now is come down to here, maybe like so, and then continue up. Let's change this color to a blue. So we could do that, or we can just start coming down. I'm gonna go with the up part though. And then maybe this. So this would be my A. Oh, and I forgot to do that the last one. This is my A. And this is my B. Okay. Then we have Doge. Doge is really doing nothing. You know, this is my plan A, plan B. Plan B is kind of playing out. We may even hit our stop loss. Here was an enter. A white circle was an entry. Here, not looking too sharp. Zora, this was a teaching. This was an entry. Might pull back, then come up. It did pull back. Came up. It didn't break the high, though. So now I'm getting kind of worried. We may end up getting stopped out on this one. We talked about SUI, ZBN. So this one, my alert went off for a lower entry. So, and now it looks like it might be coming up. So I'll probably look at that one for the group later. But let's look at Dash, and then we will call it a show. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're here, put a 1 in the chat. Perfect. So for Dash, we are scaling in. We're DCAing. And right now, Dash is looking good for another DCA. Now for me, what I would do on this is I would, and this is for tomorrow, I believe CCM said, I would put in some money here and that's nothing. And then I put a lower entry here. Lower entry. And then we'll do a circle. So it looks good. Now, one thing that we don't want is we don't want for, like, if the price went like this and, you know, now it's time to DCA, I would wait. I'd wait. Because we don't want to DCA when it just had a really nice pump. And let's say it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day you DCA, and it just had a pump, I'd wait maybe 3-4 days to have it do something like this. And then now you can enter. Now you can enter. But you don't want to enter off of a pump. So whenever I see this for DCA, looks good to me. Looks good to me. Can we look at CAS? Yeah, definitely. So we're going to look at CAS as well. Very good. Okay. So let us look at CAS. I've been meaning to look at CASPA. So CASPA. So here was our thought process, either this way or this way, and it ended up going the top way, which is good. Never hit our stop loss, which was amazing. Let's go ahead and delete all this mumbo jumbo. Get out of here. Mumbo jumbo, 38 drawings. Get out. Let's go to a daily time frame, just so we can kind of zoom out, see what we see. Ooh, I like this. We're right at support. Oh, we're above support. Look how well this line goes. I like it. See that right there? Boom. I like it. Got kind of like a little zone going on. Don't like how it matches there. Oh, I like this too. So what I'm doing is I'm using my eyeballs. You know, like you'll see my eyeballs go left to right, left to right. I'm using my eyeballs and I'm seeing where we get a lot of stops. Here we get a lot of stops. So this is a nice zone. So what I do not want is I do not want price to break below this zone. 0.08231. 0.07771. I don't want the price to break below this. Breaks below this, crap. Because, you know, it could continue going down. And if it does, more than likely, well, that's the end of the show. That's bear market. Let's go. Let's start making money going to the downside. But right now, of course, we have our high, lower high, lower high. We're breaking this trend line. I like using the ray tool. So we're breaking this trend line. Bitcoin is pulling back. Close. I'm liking this level too. There's a lot of really, oh man, there's a lot of really nice levels on this coin. Like a lot of really nice, strong levels. I like this too. Let's see. Again, I'm on the daily. Man. Look at that, stops right there. I love support levels. Like this really has changed the game for me by a lot. So in order for me to long this and be more confident, I would need it to break above this zone, 0.09047, 0.08805. I would need it to break above this zone. Now, could it come down here and try to catch the bottom? Sure, of course. You can do whatever you want. But I really don't want to see it in this zone. So let me go ahead and do this zone as well. So let's go here to here. So I do not want it in this zone. Let's go and put this. Okay. So I don't want to enter in this. If it enters this and it comes out of it, great. Then, so this is what I'm looking at. If it does something like this. Bingo, bango. I'm looking for something like this. Put this in a white. I don't want it breaking below this. Breaks below this, I get worried. It already passed our bounce area for this extension leg. That was right here, and it failed. So what am I talking about? So one thing I always do is I use the fib extension. Well, I use my eyeballs, but for my fib extension, I go from the absolute low to the high, and I want to see this retrace 382, 0.5, okay. But here I want the bounce. It breaks below this, goes into the golden pocket. I get nervous. Breaks below the 618, I get nervous because this is our danger zone. Because here it's where we can go below it, break the 786, take out this maybe, or eventually take it out, come up here 618, and then come back down, breaking this low, and then now we start the downtrend or continuing downtrend, depending. So this was the chance that it had to bounce, and it broke it. But it's not Cass's fault. It's the market. The market right now is not good. So what I would do is first see what the percentage is from the current price to here. I was going to say crap and 12 at the same time. Didn't work. It's 12%. Man. One thing I don't want to see, I mean, because if we do a candle body right here, I mean, an easy wick, like if you had your stop loss right here, an easy wick would take out all this liquidity. Let's see here. I got a question. Let's see here. Going to the list. Edgar says, Joe, if you get bearish market confirmation, are you selling your bags? Oh, good question. For me personally, I'm so stubborn that, and these are ones that I'm down already. I don't know how far down I am. I know I'm down a lot. I let it go to zero. I personally will let it go to zero. Now, this is something I shouldn't be saying, but to me, it would hurt more to sell it, knowing that, let's just say I bought for $1,000. Let's just do a number, $1,000. And I sell it for $50. Is that $50 really going to change my life? So just to save face and use it for an example for future teaching and my own teaching, it's going to be, I had coins and I literally let them go to zero. I didn't sell. To me, it would hurt. It would hurt. So I'm accepting defeat by letting it go to zero, but it's more of, I'm trying to think of an analogy and I really can't, but I don't want to throw in the towel and say, you know what, I'm out of the fight. You know, I'd rather, you know, be so exhausted that I just pass out. But good question. Good question. For me personally, no, I would just hold it. These are my long-term holds, the ones that I bought in 2024. And that's just because my own personal stubbornness. If I bought it for $1,000, I'm not going to sell it for $50. It's dead to me. I'd let it go zero. And I'll just hold it. And then maybe next cycle, if it survives, which it has a very, very slim chance of surviving, let's say that 1,000 now turns into 10 because I didn't sell it. Hey, great. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Now, like my Bitcoin that I have, do I have any? I have some Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not a lot of it. I don't have 50 Bitcoin. I wish, man. Can you imagine? But as far as my Bitcoin and Ethereum, will I sell those? Yes, 100%. I'll sell them, and then I will buy back when in like a year and a half from now, or from the top. But those I will sell. Those I'm in profit. The other ones, I have some link. I bought that one like 2021, but same thing with most of my Bitcoin, 2021. I don't think I bought any in 2022, but those I will sell. But the ones that I'm in a loss 70, 80%, if not more, no, I'll let them go zero. You may have a different strategy, but for me, it's all right. Yeah, it'll hurt too much. Matter of fact, there's one, Joe, VRA, Veracity. Man, I was going to retire when it hit 7 cents. Let's just look at it. So this is my thought process on CAS. I think we're going to come down. If we come down into this zone, we don't want to break below. We break below, it's not looking good. So what I would like to see is I would like to have, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to set an alert up here. So set alerts. I'm actually going to set it too. So set the alert at 0.09607. And once the alert goes off, the 4-hour candle must close above our yellow zone. 4-hour, that way everybody knows. Joe, that's a W. Fine, fine. Y'all are so picky. 4-hour candle. Must close above this zone. We're getting into the trade. This is a safer entry. But you have this. Yeah, we have this as resistance. It's okay. Let's see here. Wes says, Joe is cooking charts. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Edgar says, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, it's a very tough decision to do. But, man, there's no way. And let's just say I did $1,000. There is no way I'm going to get it and sell it for $50. Nah. No thanks. Let's look at my VRA. VRA USDT. And let's look at KuCoin. Weekly. Oh my gosh, VRA, what's wrong with you? I bought it way over here. Way over here. February 2021. After it ran up. And my buddy's like, no, Joe, don't do it. The weekly, the daily, whatever, it's overbought, blah, blah, blah. I said, dude, look, it already retraced and it pulled back and it looks like it's going to break up, blah, blah. And of course, I'm looking at a very small time frame, 4 hour, maybe 1 hour. No, it's overbought. It's overbought. I bought some. And whoo, it went up. As soon as I bought it, whoo, doggy. Maybe a week after it started moving. Started coming up. Then I tell them again, here. Nope, it's overbought, blah, blah, blah. Dude, are you kidding me? I already made a lot of crap load of money. Nope, it's overbought, blah, 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 blah. All right, fine. And then finally, I think he bought down here. No. He bought up here. It wasn't the weekly, it was the daily. Let's go to the daily. Let's get the story straight, Joe. If we're gonna say a story, you gotta say it straight. Okay. Oh, here it is. So this is where I bought. And then as it's coming down, I think when it cooled down, I think this was the cool down. Then I think he bought. I was like, dude, I bought way down here. I bought more here. And then he bought here because it cooled down. The indicators cooled down. And this is when I started learning about, oh man, these indicators, nah, I'm going to do it this way because I'm making money while you're waiting. And then of course it pulled back. And I think I bought one more time here. 2021. I think here. And what's funny is I bought way more here than I did here. Here I bought just a little bit. For comparison's sake, here I bought $10, which I didn't buy. I bought way more than $10, but just for money comparison. Here I bought $10. Here I bought $50. Here I bought like $300. So just kind of compare that, if this was, a little bit more than that. Just know that here I bought some, here I bought more money, and here I bought more money because I'm seeing it's making me all this money. And then what happens? I'm staking it. And if it goes to 7 cents, man, I'm selling it. It goes to 7 cents, I'm selling it. And then it comes all the way down here. And then it does this number. I'm telling people that I'm going to retire. Now, granted, it started coming up and 7 cents, then, 7.5 cents, then 8 cents. And now it's like, man, Joe, the market it's going to be an extended market. Everything's going to be great. VRA is going up to, I think they said 25 cents or 50 cents. I think they said 50 cents. And I'm gonna sell mine at 25 cents, and man, I'm gonna buy an island, and if it goes to 50 cents, I'll buy another island, and I'll have my yacht transfer me back and forth. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna retire, the whole nine, just the whole nine. Greed. Then it comes up, boom, retraces. Oh, it's okay, it's retraced before. Oh, here we go. Here's the pump. Here's the extended market, guys. Extended market. And then no, it comes down. Oh, it came down a whole bunch, 4 cents. Now the extended market, December. Okay, extended market, come on, please, extended market. And boom, what the heck? Boom. Now I'm just holding it. There is no way I was gonna sell over here. No way. I had so much money right here. But because of greed, I wanted more. And then here, there's no way I was going to sell it. And then now it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just staking it till the next cycle. And then sure enough, I held it. And for like 2 or 3 years, it made me enough coins to have more, I guess. I don't know what to say. And then, we had this nice little run up. Awesome. And then nice little run up, awesome, and then all the way down. Like if you're holding these coins, man, like this is a perfect example. You buy these coins, you hold it, 100%, man. Let's go. It's gonna moon mission. Let's go, and then you hold it all the way. But we never know till after the fact, because this could have retraced and then boom, all-time highs. And here I'm just holding. This is pathetic. Every 3 months, I go and I get my staked ones and I restake them. I mean, it's not even worth trying to cash out. And there's no way I'm going to cash out. I think right now I'm down 90% on this one. There's no way. All right, let me read this. Did anyone get the Cat's wallet installed on the browser? I never have. Deciding to hold or sell for a big loss. I still find myself in that situation more than I'd like to admit. But that's real life trading, investing experience. Good to be honest, share about this. Yeah. And here's the thing too. Like with me, now if I was more of a salesman, trying to get you in my group, man, there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't tell y'all. I'd tell you how successful we are, and I wouldn't even talk about the losses, but that's the first thing I do, like on the live streams when we're taking trades and we lose. The very first thing within the first 10-15 minutes, hey guys, we were in 3 trades, we lost 2, we got stopped out, blah blah blah, because I know that that's the reality of trading. That is the reality. And all these other people, they're selling you hopes and dreams, empty promises. And I don't do that. But yeah, I give you the real life experience. So again, if y'all want to join the group, have access to me almost 24/7, hit me up, trade_intuition. But yeah, the rule I try to use is not to make the decisions near any previous strong support levels or bottom fib areas. Let me read that again. The rule I try to use is to not make that decision near any previous. So are you saying to have your plan? Like, I'm going to sell here. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Because if that's the case, I 100% agree. And that's why it's really important to have not only your entry, but most importantly, your exit plan. Are you going to sell here? And I think I've seen Road Dogg talk about that too, where, set your targets here, whatever, and take it. Don't just set an alert and then you see it going up and up and up. It's like, oh man, it's so great. And then it goes up and up and up. It's like, you could have taken profits already, but you didn't. And then, well, now it crashes down. And you're like, oh crap. If you set it, matter of fact, I had that question in the group or in YouTube, I forget. Maybe a month or 2 ago, asking, how do you take profits? Like, how do you fight the urge of the FOMO? Well, when you're doing your entry, like you set your target and your stop loss. That way you don't even have to think about it. You wake up, oh, I'm in gain, or oh, I lost, you know. So yeah. Let's see here. Often for me, greed feels a lot like strong hope. Then yeah. Very true. Very true. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I do thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Hopefully you are smashing the like and watching all my other videos, smashing the like. Hopefully we can get more people in here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who is here. Thank you so much for, you know, just all the engagement that you do, because that truly does help support the channel. And once again, Road Dogg is one of my good buddies. Let's see here. Let's go to this. Let's go over here. Let's put Road Dogg's information. Okay. Oh, Meet Damien's live. We'll go to Meet Damien. So this is Road Dogg, and he does music too. Really good music. He got me into doing the music. So where is? He got me to do. So let's go to, is Tradefly available? No, he's not on. I like Tradefly too. He's real good. So let's go check out Meet Damien. So we're gonna go over there after the show, and we're gonna listen to this just for a little bit. We're gonna listen to the intro while I set this up, which should just take a few seconds. Thank you guys so much. You're the absolute best. Let them know. Trade Intuition Raid. Thank you guys. We will see you on the next one. Remember, you don't feel like you always have to be in a trade. Don't compare yourselves to others. If you're seeing all these people, oh, I made this and I made this, and don't worry, guys, you're gonna make money. And slow and steady wins the race. Try your absolute best not to judge yourself based off somebody else's results. Who knows? They may have lost 10 trades prior to that one that they're showing you. Be aware of that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. Take care. And then just remember, I'm going to forward you to Meet Damien.
Chop game. Market makers playing that chop game. Traders getting wrecked, don't trade it the same. Long it, pull back, short it. Moon quick, market makers in the back. Laughing. Confirm, breakout. No, now it's reversing. Market makers bait the highs and slice the lows. Paint the picture, then it folds. Fake bull flags, fake bear traps, jumping in late. That bag collapsed. Whipsaw move, straight disrespectful. No trend, just chop. Feeling regretful. Market makers see it stop like X-ray vision. Liquidity hunting, that's their mission. Retail trying to snipe the top. Market makers cooking. It's getting hot. Revenge trading will break your soul. Fear, greed, envy, you lose control. Jealousy, anger, revenge gets fed. You revenge trade. Now in the red.
Don't feel like you have to be in a trade. Don't give up.
That's right, guys. Don't give up. All right. It took me a while to find it. I had to find what browser I was on. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Talk to you soon.